body. I'm going to dim the light a little bit. Make yourself comfortable. If you need a blanket or a bolster, let me know. I'll grab them off here. And the 2 blocks each perfectly set for spray. Need a strap. No straps today. Unless you'd like one, then I can grab one at any point. Take your time settling in here. A few moments, just finding your breath. Letting the day slip away. Anything that's still on the to-do list for this evening, there will be time for that on the other side. Notice how the breath is moving through the body, not changing anything about the breath just yet. With your inhales, notice how the belly or the chest, notice where you feel it going up. If you notice it in the back, you feel anywhere stopping that breath a little bit short for you. And as you exhale, take notice of how long your exhales are. Pushing all the breath out at once. Are you able to spend a little more time there? Begin to lengthen the inhales here. It's taking a little bit longer, a little bit more intentional. It helps to count a beat with your inhales. Do that. Also begin to lengthen the exhales to match. Allowing that lengthened inhale to fill the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And exhaling, deflating chest, ribs, and belly. Next few breaths, really check in with your physical body, naming in your mind just a couple of things that you can feel right now. It can be any sort of feeling, it can be something muscular, it can be your clothes on your body. It can be a sensation like hunger. Check in with what your physical body feels right now, without judgment. Moving to another sense. Take note of a couple of things that you can hear right now. Moving past just the music that we can hear here. What else can you hear a little bit beyond that? Maybe it's your own breathing. Maybe something else in this space. Yourself to be fully present in those sensations. And noticing a few things that you can smell. Hopefully something pleasant. Either way, without judgment. Finally, we'll come to our thoughts. Is there a thought that keeps coming up as you rest here? Something that's in your mind? Sit with it for a moment. Ask ourselves if it's true, if it's helpful, if it's important. And you can decide if you'd like to hold that thought with you through your practice tonight, or maybe set it aside and come back to it later. The choice is yours. If you'd like to set that thought aside with the next exhale, blow that away for just a little while. You can come back to it afterwards. When you're ready, we'll walk the feet in, bending the knees on the mat, and the soles of the feet, the floor, maybe a little wider than hip distance here. And flowing the legs side to side, dropping one knee, then the other. Moving from the hip flexors, stretching through the hips and the legs, having a little bit of movement going here. We'll move slowly and intentionally. It's a great opportunity to check back in with that physical body. See how this feels. Alright, we'll come back to center, walk the feet a little closer in, or more in line with the hips. Take a moment here, pressing low back into the mat. And exhaling, lifting, letting it come back up off the mat, just to that natural point. I'll take a few more breaths in, inhaling, tilting the pelvis, engaging that low abdominal, pressing the low back into the mat, and exhaling, releasing that. 2 more breaths, inhaling to press low back, and exhaling, letting it lift back up. 1 more. Inhaling, press. And exhaling, lift. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to lift the legs, stacking the knees over the hips, pausing here for just a moment. Bring the arms out to goal pose or to a T. We're just going to hover the feet in the air for a moment. Just hanging out here. When you're ready, we'll bring those knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice tight hug here. Maybe rocking on the mat just a bit. Keep hold of that right knee, send that left leg out. Hug the right knee in. Keep your left knee straight or bent, whatever's feeling better for you today. You can adjust as you go. Just begin by interlacing fingers behind that right thigh. Right foot floats up to the sky. Point and flex that foot. Make some circles. Wake up that ankle. We'll hold in a flex, pointing that heel up towards the sky, stretching through the entirety of the back of the leg, maybe hugging it in a little bit closer. And on your next exhale, you can soften that knee, bending it once more. Right hand comes to top of that right knee. We'll draw that right knee open from the hip. Take a moment here, if it feels good, maybe extending that right leg out to the side if that knee is bent. We'll use your arm for support to hold it there. And when you're ready, we'll bend at the knee, bring it back in, hug it into the chest one more time. And we'll switch sides, sending that right leg out. Left knee comes in, hugging that knee into the chest for a moment. And then interlacing hands behind that thigh, sending foot up towards the sky, pointing, flexing, stretching through that foot and ankle. Pausing and flex, pressing that heel into the sky, stretching through the back of the leg, maybe gently hugging that leg in a little bit closer. Beautiful. Next exhale, we soften, taking a nice bend of the knee, left hand push the top of the knee, we open, drawing that left knee out towards the side. Pausing there, checking with the hips, make sure that the right hip isn't skyrocketing off the mat here. Maybe left leg extends, use that arm for support. Maybe there's movement, whatever is feeling good for you. Take one more moment here, and we'll soften that knee, bring it back in. Now we have that left knee into the chest, right leg is extended. We're just going to start bicycling the legs, bringing that right knee in, sending left leg out, hugging it into the chest for a moment, and then switching. Right leg goes out, left knee hugs in, pause there, switch it again. Start to move with your breath here, extending and hugging in. And a little bit of the core going here. Take one more on each side. And then bring both knees in, stacked over the hips. From here, we're going to hold for just a second. Check back in, make sure we have that 90-degree angle. Our legs. We'll bring our arms out to a goal pose or a cactus. Holding that torso steady. And we're going to drop both knees over to the left. Again, a supine twist, we're dropped over. But we're going to hover them, not quite touch the ground. Then bring both legs back through the center. Pause at the center. And then drop them over to the right. Hovering there for a moment. Back up. Nice little oblique twists here. Kind of over to the other side. Hovering. And then lifting back up. Take two more on each side. Go at your own pace here. After you're done with both of those, we'll bring them over to the left one more time. And this time, let them drop all the way down to the mat. Let that right hip pop up. Gaze over that right shoulder, resting into that spinal twist. Take one more breath here. And we'll lift those knees back to the center, then letting the momentum take them over to the right. Guiding them all the way down, resting, settling in. Maybe the gaze comes over that left shoulder. Rest here for a moment. One more breath here. We'll bring the knees back up, stacked over the hips. This time, hugging into the chest. Take a moment here in this hug. Maybe head and shoulders are lifted up off the mat. And exhale, send it all down, lengthen out, legs up long, arms reach out overhead. Full body stretch here. Stretching through right arm and left arm, alternating like you're climbing a rope, which is something I've never done in my life, never really want to do, but I was also traumatized by that in middle school gym, like I imagine most of us were. Beautiful. Next breath, soften it down, melt into that mat, as if you could melt right through the mat. Which is coincidentally what I wanted to do if I had to ever climb that mat. One more time, we'll hug those knees into the chest and gently begin to rock back and forth. Take a little while here to rock. Allow that to be a little back massage for you. Build some momentum, have some fun with it before you rock your way up to a comfortable seat. Right. Once you're seated, feeling good, nice and comfortable, begin to draw the chin down towards the chest and lift it back up, nodding the head yes. Checking in as you move through. Don't want to force the neck in any direction. If you feel any tension or pressure at any of these, to your side to back off. Next time you come through center, we'll pause there. Begin to turn to one shoulder, the other. Flowing through, moving with your own breath. We'll come back through center. Begin to draw right ear towards right shoulder. While we're spending some time here, make sure that the shoulders are nice and soft, not hiking one shoulder up to meet the ear. It doesn't have to touch, not an earring. Maybe right hand comes to the top of the right head. That feels good. Maybe the left hand crawls out on the mat. Dropping that shoulder as well. One more breath here. And release wherever you're holding. And switch sides, left ear towards left shoulder. Dropping the shoulders down. Maybe hand comes to the top of the head. Maybe that right hand crawls out on the mat, pressing fingertips into the mat. One more breath here. Release where you're holding. And head back to center, and we'll come into our neck circles, bring all those motions together. Just turning the head halfway. You can start with just a little half circle. The neck, you feel ready, if it feels good, you can drop the head back, leading the circle, changing direction when it feels right. When you're ready, we'll come back to stillness, come back to center, pausing here for a moment. We're going to inhale, sweeping the arms up and over. Hands are going to come together here. We're going to keep those pointer fingers together and allow the other fingers, other three fingers, right, thumbs and pointer fingers are pressed together. Other three fingers will interlace, coming into the temple mudra here. Keep the breath. Maybe bring the gaze up towards the hands. From here, moving from where we connect into the hips, we're going to start making some nice spinal circles, really controlled, shifting forward. Allow yourself to rock back a bit here. Maybe that motion starts to grow a little bit. Find that tension there, find that fluidity within the spine and the hips. And know that your hips, your core, it's all keeping you stable here. One more spiral through. And we'll pause once more right at the top. Bring the hands into heart center. Taking a breath there. Beautiful. We pause here for a moment. Find that breath, find the stability once more. We can release the hands, lower them down to your lap for a moment. Into some shoulder circles, shifting them up and back. Bringing awareness into the shoulder blades as we circle through the shoulders. Reverse direction when you like. Find stillness once more when you're ready. Here we'll bring right hand behind right ear and start to cross that right elbow towards the left knee. See if you can twist the torso, keeping that chest open as you twist through instead of just collapsing down. We want to really stay as lifted as we can. Tailward all the way over. Ready to meet the knee and the elbow. Full pose. Moving with your breath once again. One last one on the side. Lift back up. Press that left hand into the mat. Reach that right arm up and over. Nice side stretch here. You can come onto the forearm with the left arm. You have more space that way. And opening that chest towards the front of the room. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then we'll reach that right arm up, pressing up, and switch sides. Left hand comes behind left ear. We'll draw across the body towards opposite knee. We're going for about 8 of these. We'll come back here, reach that left arm up, right arm comes down to the mat. Nice side stretch here as well. One more breath here. We'll lift all the way back up. Take a second to wiggle the shoulders out, and we are going to make our way into a tabletop when you're ready. Time into that. Once you're there, move slowly, really intentionally. Your hands are right under the shoulders, knees are under hips. Find a neutral spine here. Not arching or collapsing or rounding. Nice neutral spine. And with an inhale, we'll round the belly down towards the mat. Tailbone lifts up, chest opens, crown of the head lifts up, coming into our cow. We'll pause there. Take a full round breath. Find that inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, we'll round the spine up towards the sky. Beautiful. Kind of the head drops down, finding more length through the shoulders. Full breath there. And begin to flow through your cat-cow. Make this your own. Find any movement in the hips or shoulders, anywhere that you're looking for tonight. When you're ready, we'll come back to center, come back to stillness. We're going to curl the toes under and just hover the knees an inch or two off the floor, coming into that bear plank hold here. Beautiful. Pressing into the hands, let those arms really engage. Elbows, inside of the elbows are reaching towards the front of them. Beautiful. And exhale, lower back down. Bring those big toes together. Walk knees nice and wide. Shift it back to your child's pose. Pause there for a moment. And as we lift back out of our child's pose, we're going to come right into a knee stand here, lifting up, opening the heart, knee stand, with hands bound, just for a moment, in the back. Allow those shoulder blades to draw down and together. The head continues to lift up. Breathing. Beautiful. We'll release that hand bind. We're going to sit back down onto the heels. If this feels really intense in your knees or your quad, you can grab a block and just sit on that for your thunderbolt. Pause here for a moment. And a full round of breath. And when you're ready, we're going to shift over, sitting down onto that left side of the hip. We're going to cross that right leg over, right sole of the foot crosses over, comes down to meet the floor. We're going to twist open towards the right. Maybe that left arm comes in front. Now floor to the fishes here. You can bring that right hand behind. Beautiful. One more breath here. We're going to untwist, crawling it back around. We're going to swing this top leg down, bring those legs to that 90 here. We're going to start to flutter that back leg up and down, working from that hip flexor. So we have that left leg is in front, right leg is right behind it. Beautiful. Lifting up. Yeah, got it. One last one. Y'all know our right moms, right? Figure out. No big deal. I have 2 months. Beautiful. Next time we drop this right leg down, we're going to walk around, bringing that torso towards the mat and resting it down. Finding that supine foot just flip over, really. Down to your forearms. Allow the crown of the head to drop down. Beautiful. Press into the hands, walk yourself back up. We're going to swing it around, coming back. If you remember this from last week, you got fingertips turned in. We come into our reverse tabletop as we lift up. Breathing here. Sort of that flipped over bear plank hold. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Press those legs out long, reach arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we'll walk the hands back up the legs. Cross at the ankles. Push through, coming back to that tabletop. So a nice cat-cow here. Then we'll walk the hands in, coming back to that knee stand. This heart opener, taking a moment. Drawing those shoulder blades a little closer together, opening the chest a little more. As we exhale, release the hands and sit back on the heels. Making your thunderbolt here. We'll just be here for another breath. We'll shift the hips over to the right. Swinging that left leg over right. Lifting towards the left. Maybe that right arm comes in front. We'll make our way to that half Lord of the Fishes. Taking a moment here. One more breath here. Twist yourself back to the front. We're going to take this left leg that's on top, keep that right leg right where it is. Just swing that left leg behind, back to that 90-90. Beautiful. So glad that one worked. Okay. And we'll lift and lower that back leg. A little trial and error with how to cue things sometimes, and you don't always get it right. We're lifting and lowering from that hip flexor. Really working on the mobility here. Strengthening all those little muscles, letting them get engaged. And we'll lower one more time. Walking the arms in front and settling yourself down, bringing torso down towards the mat and the forearms. One more breath here. Crawl the hands back up. You can swing those legs around, face them back, whichever way you think for just a minute. We will lift back up into that reverse tabletop. Two rounds of breath here. And exhale, lower all the way down. Beautiful. Drop the legs, fall it over into that tabletop. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring right hand behind right ear into open, cross under, opening and crossing under. Give yourself a few of those, allowing that shoulder to get closer and closer to the mat. Beautiful. On the next one, when we come up to the top, we're going to send that right arm to the sky, opening up and beautifully threading under. Gorgeous. Settle yourself down. Left arm maybe reaches out long, reaches up, or even comes behind the back. One more breath here. And as we inhale, we'll unthread that needle, sending right arm back to the sky and stepping right arm forward, or sorry, right foot forward, coming into that nice easy twist here. One more breath. We're going to bring that right hand back down. Come into our lunge here. Nice lunge. We have that back knee on the mat. We're going to inhale, sweep those arms high. Come back to that temple mudra with the hands and releasing the fingers, except the pointer and thumb. We're going to shift back to those spinal circles. Opening through here, moving at your own pace. Beautiful. Finding that stability. It's going to feel a little different this time. We're just on that one knee now. When you're ready, we'll pause here. Bring the hands back through. We're going to kickstand that left shin behind us, twisting open onto that side, coming back to that high gait that we've been in before the last few weeks. And this time we're going to come to a mini extended side angle. So we have a nice 90-degree bend in that right leg. Beautiful. Left hand comes behind the ear. And we're going to do elbow to knee. Same place we've been. You might find this popping up another time later. A little foreshadowing. One more here. And we open, beautiful. We're gonna open fully to the side, right where you are. Inhale, sweep those arms up and over. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna send that right leg out long and start to shift and lift. Bow it down, bring hips towards that back heel and lifting once more. Beautiful. One more time there. And when you're done with that last one, you can bring the forearms all the way down to the mat. Resting down in that fold here. Maybe rocking the hips just a little bit if that feels nice. And we'll press it onto the hands. We're going to bring that left hand out to the side and sweep right arm over. We're in that side plank now. Just stay right where you are. Maybe that right foot hovers. Or maybe you'd like to bring that left leg underneath, stacking the feet, lifting up into your side plank. Beautiful. Wherever you are, we'll be here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we'll lower back down. Beautiful. Make your way back to your tabletop. Hold there for a moment. And switch over to the other side. The left hand comes behind the ear. We'll start with those oblique opens. Beautiful. Start to draw that elbow underneath, drawing shoulder towards the mat. But give yourself time to get there, to find the fullness of that motion. One more there. And when you're ready, we're going to reach that arm all the way up and find fluidity, threading it under. Beautiful. Settle it down. Let that right arm reach out long, up or even behind you. A few rounds of breath here. One more breath. And on your inhale, we'll reach that arm back up, open to the sky. We'll step left foot forward, coming into that easy twist here. Beautiful. In a moment, gazing at the left hand. And coming back to center, we're back in that lunge. We'll lift up, bringing the hands together overhead, fingers in our lace temple mudra. Holding for a moment and then beginning to shift into that spinal circle here. Moving back to that fluidity, the stability. One more there. Come back to center. We'll settle the hands down. We're going to kickstand that right shin behind us, opening up into that mini extended side angle. Right hand comes behind the ear. We twist it down. Beautiful. Keeping that chest nice and open until it comes down. One more there. We'll open back up. Send the hands down to mat. Extend that leg out. Sorry about that. We're going to reach those arms back up and reach forward, setting the hips towards that back heel. Lifting, lowering, moving with your breath. 3 more. Go at your own pace with your own breath, and when you're done, allow those forearms to come down to the mat, rest in there. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Find movement, give it to rock a little bit, or maybe you're finding stillness tonight. And we'll walk it back up. Settle that right hand next to that right leg. Go into your side. Find you can stay right where you are. Maybe cover that left leg. Maybe stacking the feet underneath you. Wherever your side plank is tonight, we'll take 3 more breaths here. You're ready, lower back down. We'll shift around, coming back to the front and that tabletop. Just my ring toes together. And setting down in your child's pose. You're ready, we'll push back through that tabletop, curl the toes under, push the hips up and back, and into your downward facing dog. Take a few moments here, check in with yourself, pedal through the feet, shake out the head, see how you're feeling here. We're going to build a little bit more heat. We're going to lift up onto the tippy toes. A tiny little bend in the knees and around the spine, up cat spine. As we shift forward, coming into a high plank. In this high plank, when you're forward, you're going to notice you're going to want to move your feet. Try to keep them where they are. Allow the shoulders to come over the front of your hands. Beautiful, perfect. We're going to take a tiny little bend in the elbows. Settling it down, coming into your chaturanga dandasana, right? So the elbows are moving towards those ribs. And then lower all the way down. Beautiful. Take a moment there. We'll inhale, reaching the space behind the heart up towards the sky. Baby cobra here. Holding here, walking the hands out and forward a little bit, maybe an inch or 2. Just gonna draw left shoulder down towards the mat and push back through and lower the right shoulder. Moving side to side there. One more on each side. Coming back to center, we're going to push through the mat, coming through upward facing dog, toes, and come here, downward facing dog. We're going to take that one more time. Up onto the tiptoes, lifting the hips, rounding that spine as we come forward into your plank, bending the elbows and lowering all the way down. Beautiful. Inhale, coming through your upward facing dog, flipping the feet, and back to your downward facing dog. Take another second there. Reaching the right leg up, bending the knee, drop it, open the hip, and lowering back down the right foot. Left foot hovers, bend that knee. We're stretching through here, beautiful. Lower back down, we'll soften the knees, shift the gaze towards the hands. And walk the feet up towards the hands. Maybe into a ragdoll here. You're swaying side to side, and then you're grasping opposite elbows. A moment. And we'll bring the hands to the shins or the thighs and lifting halfway flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll reverse the swan dive, reaching those arms up to the sky through heart center. And exhale to your Tadasana. Beautiful. Inhale, arms sweep up high. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll plant the hands. Step one foot back, then the other. Coming into that high plank. Bending the elbows, coming into a lower plank. Chaturanga Dandasana all the way down to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog, yogi's choice here. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. This is your rest moment. Beautiful. We'll soften the knees, shift the gaze forward. If you've been working on hopping up to your hands, you can do that here. Beautiful. Or you can walk or step, whatever serves you. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. And exhale, Tadasana. We're going to do this sequence one more time. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, high or low plank. And then lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, we will meet in downward facing dog. We'll soften the knees, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop. Make floating the feet all the way up. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. And exhale, Tadasana. Gorgeous. We're going to move into our sun B variation. Inhaling, arms high. And exhale, sitting it back into our chair. I'm going to take it the first time through, just the traditional way here. Roll around the breath in your chair. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll inhale, float that right foot. Shift the gaze to your hands. As we bring that knee underneath, come into our warrior one. We're going to do exactly what we did earlier. We come high up on that back foot, round the hips, lift them, and step the foot forward. We'll give you a little more room to get that foot a little higher. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up into warrior one, back foot plants down. Gorgeous. Take a round of breath here. Full breath. Inhale and exhale. Gorgeous. Exhale, we'll bring the hands back down. Step the right foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take this on the second side. Inhaling, left foot floats. Shift the gaze to the left hand, come up high on that right foot, pull the hips up, and then step that left foot forward. We'll take a second and set yourself up. Inhale, back foot rooted down, gorgeous. Warrior one. Full rounded breath here. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale. Resting this time through. If you'd like to come down to the knees or stay here wherever you find rest. Keep her for about 3 more breaths. Exhale, soften the knees, shift the gaze to the hands, and step or hop all the way up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. And exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Take a moment here, grab some water, shake it out before you move on to the next one. Beautiful work. Beautiful recipe. Can't wait, plant one right now. We know what we're doing. All right, we're going to revisit a little bit of what we did last week, but add on some more of the stuff that we've been working through. If you pick on those little teasers there, we're going to be adding those in. So as we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up high, come into that chair. You all know this. You know what's coming next. We're going to reach that right arm back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist, other side. Exhale, center. Beautiful. Pausing there for a moment. We're going to lift up onto those tippy toes, reaching the arms back. Chair plane. An extended mountain. Find that length, reaching up high, flowing it back. Chair plane on your toes. Extended mountain. We're going to do one more just like that. And then come back to your extended mountain and exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. In your forward fold, if you'd like to grab your blocks, bring your hands to those. We'll root into that left foot, hover that right foot off the mat. And this time just bending that right knee, bringing that right heel towards right glute. And standing up, bringing that knee underneath. A little bit of balance work this time. And then send that heel back into your little baby dancer. Left arm reaches forward. And maybe we tilt it, stretching that right arm back. Beautiful. This time when we let go of that right foot, we're going to step the right foot back, coming into our high lunge here. So we're on the ball of that back foot. There might be a little bend in that knee. So we're going to inhale, sweep those arms up high. Oh, we are in our temple mudra here. What comes next? We're going to make those circles. You knew it. 3 more of those circles. Find that stability in the base here. Beautiful. Back to center. Bring those hands through heart center. We're already on the ball of that back foot, so we're going to get it nice and open. Coming to that extended side angle. And guess what? Oh, it's right here behind the ear. And we're crossing down. Beautiful. And take 5 of those. I think you're already on 2, so 3 more. And as you open, lift the arms up high and reach forward. Trying to keep those hips right where they are. Because we're holding a nice big beach ball, reaching forward and lifting up. Reaching forward and lifting up. Beautiful. Come back to our warrior 2. Pause in there. We'll flex the ball of that back foot. Pivot, cartwheel the hands around. Step that right foot forward. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse that swan dive. And exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Take a second. We're going to take that on the second side. Inhaling, arms tight. Exhale, come back to your chair. Inhale, we just open on the right. Exhale, center. Open left. Exhale, center. Beautiful. We'll pause here, coming on to the tippy toes. Arms come back. Chair plane. Extended mountain. Chair plane. Extended mountain. We'll take 3 of those total, and when you're done, from your extended mountain, move forward, fold, swan, diving it down. Beautiful. Pausing there for a moment. You can press into the floor or blocks as you shift your weight onto the left foot. Hover that left foot off the mat while you find that stability. And then bring that heel towards the left glute. As you lift up, crane up, knee underneath. Come into that crane. And drawing that heel back behind you one more time, reaching with that left hand. Maybe right arm reaches up. And shifting forward for your dancer. We're going to release and step that left foot back. Into that lunge. Nice bend in that back knee. On the ball of the foot, find your stability first. Then come to your temple mudra. With a nice spinal circle. Beautiful. Next time you come around, pause when you come to center. Bring the hands back in. From the ball, the back foot toes pivot open. Come to that extended side angle. Left hand behind left ear. And cross it over. Beautiful. I'm going for 5 total. Beautifully opening that chest, staying nice and lifted. And then you're done. We're going to extend both arms up. And good forward. Beautiful. We're holding that nice big beach ball. We have to pass it to a kid who's just like, give me the beach ball. Beautiful. One more there. And as we lift back up, we release into that warrior two. Bring the gaze over that right hand. Pause there for a moment. Come onto the ball of the back foot. We'll cartwheel those hands forward. Step the back foot up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reverse the swan dive. And exhale. Beautiful. Take a second here. We're going to take that one more time through. You're going to go at your own pace this time. I'll cue everything, but let it flow. Do what feels right. If there's a different movement that you want to do in any of these places, please do that instead. We'll start by inhaling, arms high. Exhale, chair. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Beautiful. Coming on those tiptoes. Reaching arms back. Extended mountain. Chair plane. Extended mountain. Chair plane. Extended mountain. And forward fold. Beautiful. Plant the hands. Moment here, we'll shift the weight into that left foot, right foot hovers, bending the knee, heel to glute, and we lift up, bringing that knee underneath, crane, heel reaches back, grabbing the right hand, baby dancer, maybe tilting forward, the full dancer, releasing the hold, stepping back, high line, temple mudra, and spinal circles. More time, find that stability. And circle through the spine. Next time we come through center, we'll pause there. Bring the hands back through. Pivot and turn and open extended side angle. Right hand here. We cross sit down. We're going for 5 here. Beautiful. More again with your 5. There. And we're reaching that big control forward. Another 5 here. Beautiful. When you're done with your 5, you're gonna open it back to your warrior 2. And pause there. Find the breath. Find your strength there. Pivot onto that back foot. Heart looking hands forward. Step it forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse the swan dive over to right back into that chair. Inhale, open right. Exhale, center. Inhale, open left. Exhale, center. Onto the tiptoes, reaching arms back. We'll flow it through to your extended mountain, back and forth 3 times. When you're done with your 3, we'll meet in a forward fold. Take your time, move with your own breath. Beautiful. Clamp the hands. Shift the weight onto the right foot. Left foot hovers off the mat. Heel comes to that glute. We come to stand in our crane. Find that balance. We'll shift that heel back. We're reaching with left hand. Right arm comes forward or up. Baby dancer. And then tilting forward for a full dancer. Beautiful. We'll release, step that left foot back, coming into that high lunge. We're on the ball of that back foot. Nice bend here, temple mudra. Back to your spinal surface. Beautiful, beautiful adjustment. When you're ready, we'll come back to stillness in the center. Hands back through, open to the other side. We're gonna extend side angle, left hand behind ear. Fold it down, beautiful. Going for 5 here, last time through. And lift it, torso, heart is still open here. Beautiful. When you're done with your 5, raise the arms and reach it forward. 5 more, beautiful. When you're done, settle it back to your warrior 2 and find your breath there. Gaze goes over that front hand. Once the ball of the back foot, cartwheel hands forward. And step that left foot up. This time we'll come to flat back. Forward fold. And let it be. Come to ragdoll, shake it out. Here. Push your into your blocks or the mat. Hover that right foot here. Bring the heel to the glute. I'm going to bring that right knee to cross behind the left. Into a Shiva squat. And then sitting it all the way down to the floor. Beautiful. Bring the feet in together for a bound angle or cobbler. Reaching towards the up and open and folding forward. Releasing any tension, letting the back round down. big movements here tonight. Got a lot of the torso involved. Big muscle groups doing a lot of work here. You're ready. Walk your way back up. Bring the knees together. And we are just going to lay ourselves down. Use your hands or elbows behind you to lay it back. We'll drop those knees over to the right. Extend the arms in a T. Gaze comes over the opposite shoulder. We're back in that spinal twist. Allow yourself to rest here. The breath return to normal. One more breath here. Draw the knees back up through center and shift them over to the left. Over that right shoulder. Settling in on the second side. One more breath here. And then allow the knees to come back up to center. Bring those knees into the chest. Walking on the mat. And keep the head and shoulders down on the mat here. The hard work is over. Reach through the legs, reaching for the feet, for the ankles, sending those feet up towards the sky, coming into your happy baby. And finding any variation here that feels good. Maybe extending one leg at a time in a stag. It's bent, maybe there's rocking, maybe there's stillness. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can release wherever you're holding. Bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. And pressing into the heels, the elbows and the shoulders. We're just going to inhale, lift so gently for a bridge here. If you'd like, you can grab your block, place it under the low back and settle yourself on your first supported bridge. Our next stop from here is going to be legs up a wall. If you like your block under hips for that, you can absolutely set yourself up now. Otherwise, lower back down. Bring the knees back into the chest and send those feet up towards the sky. Well, this is our last stop together as a group before we move into our Shavasana. There's a different shape that your body's looking for before you wrap up your practice tonight. Make your way there as well. Beautiful. When you're ready, bring those legs back down to earth. Soles the feet to the mat, release the block. You have that underneath you. Take a moment here to set up for your Shavasana. No long way to rest, belly back, side, seated. Let me know if you need any props to help support you in your rest. Nice and cozy. As you find your way into your rest, you might find those thoughts start to come back up. Bring the awareness back to the breath and let that fall away as well. Begin to bring awareness back into the breath. And then back into the physical body, wiggling fingers or toes. Little muscles. Wrists or ankles. Maybe turning the head side to side. When you're ready, making your way to your right side. Your right arm, moving slowly with intention and moving your body as if it belongs to someone you love very much. A moment here to rest. For moving into the next phase of your day. You set an intention. Wanted to focus on a moment of gratitude. It's the perfect time to bring that back to mind. When you're ready, your way back to a comfortable, easy seat. Moving slowly, not moving before you're ready. seated comfortably. Close our practice together by taking 3 breaths as a group. Start with a lengthened inhale, holding at the top. An audible sigh, exhale out. 2 more just like that. Lengthened inhale. The top. And 1 more. Lengthened inhale. Hold at the top. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice tonight. I know it was challenging. You all did so beautifully. Always an honor to be here with you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Great work, everybody.
Thank you.
gosh.
Yes.
I know that was a little bit of a killer, but you all did incredibly.